Hello friends, this is Holmes, a first-time farmer over 50. Welcome to the homestead. So this video was taken 2 days after the work that was done here. We're going to take a walk around the perimeter and just ran out of daylight, not enough time to do a video, and quite frankly I was pretty tired out, so I didn't make a video when this work was done. So this was the previous line. This is the southern side of the Northeast Pasture, those posts that you see there, and then this is the eastern side going up toward the road. If you see that T-post standing over there, that's the property line and the pink flags. So my perimeter fence is 10 feet within the property line so that I can work on the inside and the outside without any problems and encroaching on anyone else's property. So we're going to take a walk. This is going to be kind of a long video because we're going to walk the whole, not the entire perimeter, but the perimeter where posts were put in a couple of days ago. So you can see what we accomplished. So these posts, again, timeless fence. These are made from recycled vinyl windows. And this is for the purpose of electric fence. They are the insulators, so you don't have to have any insulators. You can see the holes that are pre-drilled, so all you have to do is just run the wire right through the post, which is pretty convenient. And you can also, if you want, you can make, Greg Judy does this a lot, makes loops of high tensile wire, runs it through those, and then just runs the wire through the wire loops. And since those are all connected to the insulated post, doesn't hurt anything. This is where the corner post will be, right here next to this cedar tree, so that should be some interesting digging. Probably take at least a full day to get this one in, cutting through all the roots and hard telling what rocks we're going to find. Alright, and then, so this is the corner, so we're right here at the road. This is where everything stops. So we have a corner post here, where that pink flag is, and then the other corner post will be here, running this direction, and then we're going to kind of cut off this corner, so it's not going to be 90 degrees. It's going to be a little bit truncated, so I have a little extra room to work at the corners of the property. And then all of these posts went in. We are right here. You see this blue flag, or what's left of this blue flag? That's where the water line is. So water was put through here in 1975, so it was 51 years ago. I remember it well. And when they put that through, apparently every rock that they dug up, they placed right where my fence was going to go. It seemed like every post that was pounded in hit a rock or a root. So there were a bunch of them that we started and had to stop, and had to pull them back out and do them again and move them around, and it was a hassle. If we didn't hit any rocks or roots, I mean, it literally takes a minute to drive the post. These things go in, they're just phenomenal. Just love them. Just with a regular old T-post driver is all it takes. And they have a line on them. I don't think we can, if we can see it. We'll get down here and look at this. If you can see right down there, right there above my finger, there is a line on the post. So you just drive it down to that line and you're good. And you know you've driven it far enough. And you're all set. So saves a ton of time. And then our bottom, you can put a wire 6 inches from the bottom, and then 3 inches spacing all the way up if you want. So my plan is to do the bottom one there, that's 6 inches, and then 12 and 18, and then we're going to go to 9-inch spacing And so that'll be 27, 36, and 45, which will be the top. So that's what's going to be happening here in the weeks to come. But these are in, take a look back at this. This looks pretty cool. I had to be 25 feet from the center line of the road. You can see that nice little arc there. It's because the road has a little bit of an arc. So I had to be 25 feet from the center line of the road. And so they just recently resurfaced our road. You can see it. All nice, fresh blacktop. Nice white lines on the side. And so the road is about 19 feet wide now, which is a little bit wider than it was. And so what I've been doing is just assuming that the road is half of the road is 9 feet. Now I know it's actually 9.5, but I just took 9 and then measured out 17 feet. So we are at least 26 feet from the center line of the road, because I don't want any issues with the county government coming back later and saying, hey, you've got to move all of your fence back 6 inches. Yeah, I don't need that garbage. So we just gave it a little extra room, make sure that we're good. This post right here was an absolute joy. We ran into roots and rocks, and it's a little bit out of the line, but we managed to get it in there. Actually, I had that with several of these through here. There were like 6 in a row that hit rocks, and one of them, I think it was up in here somewhere. I mean, literally dug out. Actually, we'll see piles of them up here, so I'll talk about it when we get there. These are all fairly straight. They are perpendicular. They've all been measured with a level to make sure they're straight up and down, even though it might look a little bit wonky, but they are straight. And then we had to move them back and forth and side to side because of the rocks and things. So here's a pile of rocks. They're not very big, but they are annoying. And that was the one I had all kinds of trouble with. Pull all these small rocks out. The shadow keeps getting in the way. I had to pull all these rocks out of this hole here to get this thing in. So let me tell you, that was a lot of fun. And then we started over here by the cedar tree, so we're about 60 feet away from where the last section stopped. All of this had to be weed whipped. It was a mess, but it looks a lot better. I'm going to stop here and take a look down the hill. And if you can see right there at the edge, the posts that were put in down below, they're kind of in the shadow, so it might be hard to see on camera, but I can see them from where I am. And then this is where we ended up. Actually, I did put these two, this one here. So we started on that next one down there, the second one in line. So that was what was accomplished on the previous day. So we have all of the T-posts are in. All of them are in. And now it's time to start work on the corner posts. So I got a lot of work ahead of me for today. So check back tomorrow, see what we accomplish. So we certainly appreciate you watching. Please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell. And we look forward to seeing you again in the future. But if not, we will see you in the pasture.